So, welcome back. It's Oz here. We are back in Ostranauts. Gonna close out some of this stuff on the screen so that way we can actually see what's going on. So, it's been a few days since I touched this game. I have been dedicatedly working in the background. I think we'll hit the fuel kiosk first to just try and make things a little bit more possible for our good Captain Walsh here. Screw it, we'll get almost a ton of nitrogen for the Atmo. Why not? And yep, that's everything that we need. We'll spend the 8 grand. Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, our salvage permit that we found aboard that last vessel that got cannibalized for our current ship did end up running out. And there's just not much that you can do about that. It happens, you know. Real quick, I should tap this into that one. There we go, because that has the nitrogen. Oh, and so does that. So, unfortunately, due to the size of our ship, we do have to kind of have a lot of nitrogen pumped, so that way we can maintain the 70 kilopascals, which we are way over. We're going to turn the turbo off on those for the future. But that's fine, because honestly, we have a massive amount of ship now. So it is not the most well lit, and it is not the most well put together. But for now, we have a massive storage reserve back here in the back portion of the ship. Now, all of this that you're seeing right here is new. This is what I ended up taking a good day or so to install, and as you can see, I haven't taken the time to repair it, so that means we're probably going to lose gas, as I am on the public test build version of Ostranauts right now, in order to fix some problems that I have had with the game not recognizing the fact that the rooms or the tiles or anything of the ship actually exists. In order to make sure that some parts of the game worked, we had to make a little adjustment and move over to this. Just so that way we could, you know, kind of keep playing and save the save. Okay. So what's happening with all the nitrogen? Okay, so that room's building up. That room's going down because it's connected, so it's going... Okay. Sorry. The, I don't know, I guess you could call it the air physics of my ship are a little bit confusing right now. As you can see, we ripped out the wall of the battery room, and we're going to need more space for, you know, just different stuff as we get it. So, unfortunately, some of this stuff I just have not been able to sell off, and that is absolutely a-okay. I'm not too fussed about it. And there is a lot that I still want to do, like removing this wall right here, bridging this gap and filling in this space and creating what would be a bigger, I guess you could call it fuel storage room for all of our nitrogen needs. And then there is a plan to turn the back portion of the ship, probably right across here, into a kind of engineering corridor for all of our thrusters and stuff like that. And since we're going to be keeping the thrusters back there, we'll keep probably some power back there as a secondary battery room. We'll probably expand this one out to take up this portion of the ship, or we will kind of hollow out this center area. Let's move that out the way. Right about here. And end up going and installing, if we come over to the power menu, or is it the control sense HVAC? Oh, where is it? I know you're in here somewhere. Ah, here we go. And we could end up installing the reactor core right about here, and I want to say it would take up a good amount of this space. I don't know. Maybe we'll build a reactor out over here. Honestly, it's one of those things that I do plan on doing. Because, you know, I've got nothing better to do. It's what I want to do. This is my big ship. It is my cube, and it will continue to grow. I mean, I am definitely bigger than OK Lake right now, and I fully plan to extend out to something pretty close to this, so that way we are able to go in and hit multiple ships and raid them up and just take as much crap with us as possible. Now, what do we need to do? Well, first off, I think we need to actually go talk to, make some friends with people, pick up some food. Which means we're unfortunately going to have to be on trenchers for a bit. Trenchers is sadly not real food, but, well, what can you do? So we'll uncheck that button there, so that way that stays on us. So that way we can just have a quick bite to eat. Now, I do get a lot of people asking me, hey, how can you see the cost of items? And it has come up multiple times in the comment. So if I remember correctly, it is the skilled in business admin skill that we got in the first episode. It is one of the things that I always try to get no matter what whenever I do any kind of run in this game. I like to know exactly how much money I'm getting for stuff, how much it's worth, that kind of jazz, because that's just what I do. So we're gonna start by talking to our friend Ting Briggs here, I guess. And we're gonna go and we're just gonna talk to them a little bit, and we're gonna try to see about recruiting them. Because it is time that we start to get ourselves some extra crewmates, and it's time that we start to go and develop our own, you know, everything. It's no longer Captain Walsh can do this on his own. We have way too much going on. We're just going to go through and we are going to try and figure out, I guess we'll flirt back with the 30-something. We don't mind, do we, Adam? Besides, we've been alone on a ship. So you know what, we'll flirt a bit. We'll get ourselves a girlfriend and we'll get her on our ship as a co-captain. We need a crew for our pirate ship after all, and it's starting to get to the point where I don't want to spend 14 hours repairing a ship on my own. So we are going to just try to, you know, move things along, I guess, with the story and everything else. I mean, there is no real story or progression to this game that I understand or know of, other than you go out, you raid ships, you bring the parts back, you sell the parts, and you just keep going. That is what I know. Okay. So. Here we go, signing bonus. They want $305 a day, and their death pay is $67,000. So, we'll ask about their skills. 0G movement and operations, that's not bad. We're just gonna go through this. We're gonna see how good Miss Briggs is. Oh, come on. Let's see. Then we have a bartender. And they just take a shit. Great. Okay. Well, we'll find them later. Let's see. They see us as a stranger. You see us as a stranger. You see us as an enemy. Do-do-do. I mean, I know I'm 100% abusing what is clearly a very strange bugged game mechanic right now, but as long as this guy sees me as an enemy, and he is another career criminal like myself. Do-do-do. Get fucked, Timothy. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with that later. So, for right now, let's just double check. So, this door is closed. Yes. Okay. And that one we still have to technically place, so we'll get along with that real quick. You know what, Adam? I don't need you restoring parts right now. I need you installing things right now. Install the door. Adam. Install the door. There we go. Guess it just bugged out between saves, or I don't know. Probably something about me trying to install it and then walking away. Okay, what is happening? Installing that door just disturbed things, I guess. I have no clue what's happening right now. Very strange. Oh, hey, look, it's our ex-crush, Andrew Gross. Let's go see if we can't hire our ex-boyfriend to work on the ship for us. We'll see about snapping him in a suit. And we'll see what he wants for, like, a signing bonus and all that kind of crap. I mean, honestly, we could use the help. And I'm just trying to go and build out a crew right now. So, $386 per day. You know what? Sure. And who was asking me about money? Caitlin. Let's see. We are going to refuse to give her the money. Oh, that's cool. I can follow Andrew across maps and see what he's doing. Interesting. So now we have 2 people to feed, 2 people to clothe, 2 people to make sure they have enough water and other things as well. And Caitlin disappeared, so that's fine. Let's see. We're going to try and avoid anyone who already has any sort of real career, but we are going to go and we are definitely going to try and build out at least 3 people I want. Let's see. Let's try and reassure this person, because I guarantee if we can get that security up, we might be able to go and we might be able to get them on his crew. Okay. So if we do some stuff like that. Okay, so they're down from scared to anxious. I guess we'll talk about the news. I mean, they have a thief brand, so we know they're kind of a criminal. Okay, we'll just shoot the breeze. Try and make him feel respected. No, Alvin. Sorry, I'm a 40-year-old dude and I'm already hiring on my ex-male lover. I don't need to be, you know, having a new lover on the ship. So come on, why don't you join the crew? Agrees to negotiate. What do you got? $306 per day? Fucking perfect. I don't know any of your skills, so let's ask about skills. We're going to reassure them with logic. Ask about skills again. Come on. Skilled in 0G ops. Okay, got 5 more. Skilled in ground tactics. I don't know what that one is about. I assume it's something to do with fighting. Communications. I mean, that one's pretty useless. Return to the subject. Now, admittedly, we are going to lowball this guy because he is young, he is inexperienced. So, 206. It's the best I can do. I mean, I'll increase your death pay. Let's see. I guess it's probably the disrespected things, so... Guess we'll see if we can't boost his altruism and a few other things. Where is... Bingo, we'll ask about skills again. I mean, it does make him feel more respected. Just say what's up. We'll increase his security. Admittedly, this little mini game of trying to go and boost the way that they're feeling to kind of convince this man to come work for me is a pain in my butt. However, admittedly, there is a little bit of fun to it, I guess. You know, 231 a day. No. Stop trying to flirt, young man. Get back on subject. I need to know more about you. Competitive sports. So yeah, we got a basic jock who likes to chat on the phone. Return to subject. Oh, he sees me as a friend. Friends and family discount. No, you aren't getting out of this. Come on, friends and family discount. Okay, yeah, sure, yes, look at us. Now, how about that friends and family discount? He agrees to it. Nice, okay. Basic job offer, come on. Yes! Alvin Pope, congratulations, you are now part of the crew. Now we will cram his butt on the ship, and then we will remove any sort of shore leave permissions. So now, Mr. Pope, you are not allowed to disembark or open airlocks. And the NPCs are kind of dumb. If a door is locked, they can't open it. So, you know, Timothy Shelton is unfortunately trapped on the space station that we are slowly building out for ourselves. As, I mean, we're almost as big as the port as a keyway, I want to say it's pronounced. I don't know. I've never gotten a good clarification on the pronunciation, to be honest. So now we have our first crew. So we're just going to go to the roster app, and I'm going to leave all of this alone. Alvin, you do you. Now, admittedly, we are going to have to be a lot more careful about our oxygen expenditure now when it comes to floating around in space, and our battery expenditure and everything else as well. So that will be a bit of a struggle, but I am looking forward to it. Okay. Let's see, I want at least one more person. Now, as fun as it would be to go and to drag another person onto the ship to go into space, I'm not going to do that to anyone else. I only did that to the one guy because he is a known enemy of Captain Walsh. And if I can get my hands on any of my enemies while they are unconscious and drag their ass out into the middle of space and space them, do you think I wouldn't do that? No, the answer is obviously I have to do that. Now let's see. Caitlin Farrell, you asked me for money. I remember you. Let's see. Mr. Morales. Your CS is a stranger. We'll go talk to Gabriel, see what Gabriel's got going on. Gabriel! My other selection. Oh yeah, that's right. I sold them a bunch of the RCS thrusters that we stocked up after repairing them. It took quite a while to get all of that done, by the way. Now, we already have enough tools as is. I would like to get another full set of Weber tools and everything like that, so that way we can actually equip our crew. But for now, I guess we'll get some more handguns now that I think about it, because, well, we have 2 crew members. So we might as well get the firing squad up and ready, so that way we can actually take down whoever we decide to fight. Let's see, is there anything that I can sell that I want to sell? Looks like that O2 alarm was all we had. And you know what, real quick, I'm gonna pause the game and fix the music audio, because I think I turned that off so that way I could listen to some podcasts while I was building out our ship. There we go. So that should start playing at some moment. Briggs. Briggs. They see us as a contact and a friend. So let's ask her about skills. Sure, we'll do a stupid trick for them. Feels as if nothing really matters anymore. Let's see. I guess we'll have to work on their meeting. Let's see. Ask about how she is. Ask them a metaphysical quandary, because apparently everyone in space just talks about metaphysics. And we can reassure them with logic, get us a large boost to the little moodlets. Friends and family discount, please. Let's see, we'll just keep on working through it, and we'll see about getting us a third. I mean, unless there's someone else that we actually... Oh, wait, we actually know Pittman. Okay. Tell us about your skills. Come on. 0G Ops. Okay, you've already told me that, but you have, like, 10 skills, which means you have to have something that's decently impressive behind that. Skilled in hacking. Not bad. Sure, we'll flirt back. Let's just go with the metaphysical quandaries, so that way we can just keep boosting their stuff, and then we'll change the subject. Hire his crew, come on. We'll see about getting the discount. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'll just take you on board. No. Back on subject. Give me the discount. Shoot the breeze, return to subject, ask for a discount. Come on. Oh my goodness, you know what? Fuck off. Let's see, you were a stranger. Pittman! Oof, silicosis from rock dust. Talk about rough. But I need more crew. $86 a day. Deal. We're going to have to get a lot of food, though. We're going to have to get a lot of water. So, a little bit of a downside. But I have a few fun ways of going and saving some money, let's say, on the amount of money that we're going to have to spend on food for people. Then we're going to need to go into the roster app. We're going to need to change around their sleep hours and their work hours, so that way we have essentially a changing schedule. Because, you know, I want to have things kind of balanced out a little bit, so that way it's not everyone sleeping at the same time, not everyone working at the same time. Adam, unfortunately, is still going to do the majority of the work, but when it comes down to all the hauling work, we'll be able to see about, you know, getting other people to do that at some point. You know, Peng, seriously, you're still passed out. This dude's been passed out drunk for like 3 freaking days, so he must just be drunk as a absolute skunk when it comes down to it. Let's see, strangers. Now, I know this person did summon me down here so we can talk to them. Megan Connor. So let's find this person. Oh, there's Andrew. Let's see. That's Connor Charles, Zen Jensen. Am I missing anyone on here? No. Okay. So if we sneak over here, and we're gonna open this lock. I mean, I did say we were a pirate captain after all. So we're gonna empty these fridges out. I want to say I have a decent amount of fridge space on the ship, so we should be able to store all of this. Just blast into these smart crates real quick, see what they got. Take the bullets, put those, I guess, there. And like I said, we're taking as much as we can. So we probably won't open anything else up just to be on the safe side so the NPCs don't start to get into it. Because, you know, they do still have their own moodlets. They do still have to feed themselves. Oh, yeah, this is our one of our friends, actually. Speak to Officer Julia Ford. Sure. You know, we'll start to actually do some of the, like, missions. And we'll spend 6 grand getting more water for the ship. So now we have to find this officer. I have no clue where they're going to be. They're probably going to be in port, if I'm being honest. And while we're here, Andrew. Get on the fucking boat, Andrew. So we'll send Adam to estates, and we'll send Andrew off to port. Andrew, now that you're on the ship, you are no longer allowed to disembark or open airlocks. You're just allowed to restore parts. And Pittman, I thought I told you to go to port, not to the estates. What are you doing? We're gonna have to send her back to the port. Oh goodness, game. For once, I actually didn't want to swap back to Adam. Get on the fucking ship. Roster app, disembark, no. There we go, now we can head back to Adam. We can start to finish up and type a few quick missions, I guess, on OK Leg, see what we can do. Now, admittedly, the death pay that we're adding up is definitely going to be a little bit effective to going and crippling us financially if any of these people die. However, it doesn't matter as long as they don't die. Okay, we'll just ask how he has enough times to make him feel good about himself, and then we'll give him a job offer. Oh my goodness, if it weren't for the fact that I am being watched by Sam Grant, I would go and I would shoot you right now. On principle. How are you? Just going to aggressively ask how they are until they agree to join my crew. Come on now. Daha, okay, there we go. Perfect. That should raise their self-worth just a little bit more. They ask what's up, we say not much. Job offer. Oh my goodness, Sam. The amount of ego glazing I have to do to convince this dingus to get on my ship just because I like the EVA suit and I want the EVA suit on my ship. I really genuinely do not care about you, Sam Grant. I do not give a shit. I would space you without a second thought if I could. at this current moment in time. I just need someone on my ship for extra crew members. How are ya? Just gonna keep aggressively asking until you're okay. How are you? Just gonna keep asking, because that seems to be the only way to raise this dude's self-worth right now. And I don't really do not want to play the minigame. And he's getting self-critical again. Oh my goodness. Can you stop being so self-critical, you fucking dingbat? And there we go. Now Sam has agreed to sign on. Took you long enough, you genius. Okay. Sam Grant. Roster. Permissions. Disembark and open airlocks. Get on the boat. And then the moment you're on, you lose those permissions for the rest of your life. Congratulations. Part of the ship, part of the crew. We're going to put every single one of these people on an auto task. Drunk bastard, Peng. You know what, Peng? You're coming with me. When you sober up, you're about to find yourself in for a whole new employment offer. I forget what the term was. It was something. I honestly can't remember. Shanghaied. There we go. We're gonna Shanghai this man. Look, he's been sitting drunk in the floor of commercial for like a month in game. I might as well just pick up the man that I absolutely robbed and, well, treat him to a little bit of kindness. And then eventually when we are on our ship, as we're flying to our next location, we're going to have to see about gearing up our crew so that way they can have the proper EVA or pressure suits for when we arrive at our locations. And we'll have to give them permissions to disembark and use airlocks and all that when we get there. But for right now, while we are in the actual port, they are not allowed to get off that fucking ship. It was already, a bit of wrangling a bag of cats there. I'm not doing that for a second time. So, we'll drag this guy over, and we'll dump him in our private room. And then we'll just... Actually, you know what? We'll dump him in the med bay. Peng Zamora. Congratulations, buddy. You got drunk, you have been robbed, and you are now officially a resident on my ship. So, being as we are going to commit a little bit of a light murder, let's first off stock up our fridge so that way our gentles and ladies can eat and take care of themselves. That's right, it's nothing but trenchers. Only the finest space slop for my crew. And then of course, Adam himself is going to be able to dine on the absolute and only the finest of street vendor food, eventually. Well, we will just continually buy and steal nothing but trenchers for these fools. Because I have zero respect for my crew, and they probably have no respect for me, so... Okay, most sovereignties in the system observe a tiered immigration status or strata, usually ranging from undocumented illegal immigrant up to full citizenship. A person's strata dictates what rights they enjoy with the sovereignty. Rights can include access to certain areas or services, eligibility for private housing or ship docking, enhanced prices on trade authorization, or even legal protections or permissions. Such rights are usually conferred by parents through birth, jus sanguinis, and in some cases by being born in the terre, jus soli. Obtaining legal status after birth usually involves applying for a visa and may include getting a sponsor and or paying a significant fee. So the investor class visa program targets immigrant entrepreneurs. Do you have an innovative business? We have one of those skills, so we could potentially do that. Or to get a resident to agree to sponsor us. So, we'll head back to port, we'll pick up a license, and then I think it's time for us and the ship to depart. We got about 20 grand to our name, so that buys us a few days with our crew. Honestly, paying the crew isn't going to be the hard part. It's going to be just getting enough stuff to afford the crew. That's going to be the hard part. Oh, and killing our enemy who is now locked in our storage bin because they decided to pass the fuck out. Which I still think that's just hilarious that that's what happened. We will be sure to jettison their body into space. After investigating, of course, and trying to figure out, oh no, what could have happened to them? I mean, it's only fair. Yeah, we'll just go for a 24-hour license. Put our gun away, pick up our license, and we'll hop on board our ship. So we are going to go and we're gonna start hitting some of the salvage that's a lot further out from Okeleg. And at the same time, we are going to take a look at all of our crew members, and we are going to have to go and start to equip them properly because, you know, we're heading out into actual space now, and we can't just have these guys going around wearing, you know, basically next to nothing, because as far as space is concerned, this dude might as well be butt naked. So we're gonna have to fix that. We are going to start to turn these rack house smart crates into personal storage for each guy and gal that we have on board. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a look around because I know I have at least some EVA suits, I have some pressure suits, so we'll be able to get at least one other person fully equipped and ready for space. That much I do know. I know it's in one of these, or was supposed to be in one of these. Check this one. No, that's where I stored the extra water that we picked up at the station because, you know, now that we aren't alone on the ship, we do have to kind of actually care very much about personal safety and hydration. So there we go. We'll get our ex-boyfriend Andrew all dolled up, and we can see about storing all of his gear in his coat pockets, actually. I don't know how you fit a shoe in a breast pocket. That is absolutely beyond me, but you do you, man. You do you. And then I guess he can keep his coveralls there. So if we go quick 1, 2, we can now see a nice, neat little inventory. And we are going to replace that crummy little tactical knife from his inventory with something a little bit more appropriate. Oh, hey Peng, how you enjoying being shanghaied? And we are going to give him a handgun because, you know, I do believe that a well-equipped crew is absolutely mandatory in space. So there we go. Give him 36 bullets. That should be more than enough. So there we go. That is our first crew member fully kitted out. Alvin Pope. Now, you have an EVA helmet. And what do I know about you again? Oh, yeah, nothing. I know you're a thief and you're young, so you probably don't have EVA ops or anything like that. How about you, Miss Pittman? What do you have? Aside from silicosis, you're also young, so you probably don't have what I'm looking for. How about you, Mr. Grant? Okay, I don't remember what you have either. But you're a little bit older, so you probably actually have what I'm looking for. So we'll give you a spear in the offhand, backpack in your left hand, put your drill there. Well, actually, you know what? No, we're only gonna have 2 armed crew members. Because if we have our guy leading, if we have Adam leading the way, then we should have nothing to fear about. Let's see, and everyone is very, very, very stinky. That'll be fine. We won't have to worry too much about it. So while Adam is relaxing, and now that we have Andrew all armed up, Andrew can be our temporary stand-in for our dear captain. So we'll slap him in the pilot seat and see about making sure that we're headed the right way and aren't really going to collide into anything too badly. So let's see, we have about 31 minutes of space time to account for. Let's see how far we can drop that down without passing 90% RCS. I want to guess somewhere around 200 kilos is the sweet spot. There we go. So that puts us within 20 minutes of our target. So we can just speed things up a little bit. We'll actually let Adam sleep in the background because dude frickin' needs it. So let's see, we have 15 minutes. It is 1806, 1808, something like that. So we'll come back in about 10 minutes. We're going to extend everyone's working hours. Yeah, that should be good. So let's go over just some of the adjustments that we've made to the ship. So we have all of our batteries installed. We're going to have to go and wire that in. We're going to be using this entire section as our battery bay. And I've already started to slightly partition off back here. I'm thinking that over here is going to be reconnecting of the engine room, maybe. Or we might just keep some of this space over here. I'm not 100% certain what I want to do yet. Honestly, we might make a secondary engine room where we throw down more intakes. But I guess for now, if we are doing well with just a single 4-tank Muria, which does leave me to question where my other one went. Where the... Son of a bitch. I think I might have accidentally sold it or moved it or something. I don't know. Oh shoot, we blasted right past our target. You know what, Andrew, we'll just set you to auto, man. You'll be fine. Let's turn down that music audio just a little bit. That does seem a little loud for my tastes. Okay. So if we readjust our bearing, we're going to have to change out our cross velocity for relative velocity. And that's going to take us a lot of fuel that I didn't want to waste. Look at that, almost 10% fuel gone. Shifting our bearing to be the appropriate direction. That's how you really got to be careful in this game. Keep an eye on, you know, exactly how long you're doing. You can't just fast forward at full pace like that. Well, what are you gonna do? So let's see. And at some point we are going to have to see about recharging all of our EVA suits and or EVA suit batteries and all that crud. Okay, so we have 15 minutes at 8:23, so that'll be 8:38 we should be arriving, give or take. So probably around 8:35 is, well no, probably around 8:30 is when we're going to want to go and hop back on, so we'll do that then. So while we're doing that, let's just see about getting some of this stuff actually set up and organized somewhere. Let's see. Do we have any power lines left? So we have one full day's worth of power, at least in most of the batteries. That's not bad. No, we are out of wiring, so for now we'll install the EVA charger and we'll install a Weber charger, and I think that might be it for now. I do want to see about eventually getting our crew some Webers and other, you know, assorted tools. We're going to have to see about setting up a tank charging station and a few other things, just to make sure that, you know, we're treating our guys right and our gals. You know, we gotta make sure that we keep our crew alive. After all, we don't want to pay the collective like $1 million in death pay. Yeah, because all of those are out. Let's see, we have 5 bottles that we can charge up, so we want to keep our suit on. We'll put away our handgun for now. We're going to turn this bag, I guess, into our storage for extra O2 bottles. We're going to keep 2 backups on us, and then everything else is going to be for the common crew. So we'll just, you know, slow time down a little bit, try to keep an eye on the pressure. And there we go, everything is all nice and sorted out. So we'll crap that. Into here, along with all the crap that we just don't want to worry about right now. And let's go see what the OK-like bastards want. Not bad, not bad. I can't wait to see what we really make of this ship, especially with the new help that we have. Now, we are only going to let Adam, or Andrew, I'm guessing, actually accompany us onto any of the wrecks. But his main job will pretty much be to haul crap. That's it. That's all he's really going to be doing. You see, there's just a lot of background managing that you have to do when it comes to these ships. I try to leave it all for, you know, in between episode, just background management kind of crap. So that way you guys don't have to sit around and watch me babble for 12 hours about the same exact, oh, you know, where's the scrap, where's this, where's that. So let's see, we're gonna speed things up to about, sure, 75 kilometers. Now I did get the rating of our ship, and I want to say we have an ultra heavy class ship now, if I remember correctly. So we have one of the largest classes of ships on the market, which I'm quite proud of. We have managed to turn a tiny little box sled with some really just extraordinarily small dimensions into something actually quite impressive. So the box sled was 3.52 by 5.12 meters, and our Howling Leaf is now 19.2 by 23.04 meters. And we're going to pause and pull up the local. Nope, hail ship. And we are going to initiate docking procedure. Always, and I do mean this, turn down your throttle while you're trying to go and dock with ships. You do not need a max throttle when you're trying to, maneuver delicately. Otherwise, you're going to take your 3-ton monster like I have and turn it into a 3-ton pile of scrap, guts, and gore. And I don't think anyone wants that. That's usually how we end up reloading or rage quitting, at least for a day or two. Adam Walsh is craving something meaty. Good for you, Adam. Shut up. Alright. So Adam is going to head out as our away team. We're doing alright on battery for now. And eventually we'll see about getting all this cargo webbing installed on the outside of the ship, but that'll come for a future when we actually have more airlocks set up. Ooh, very nice. There's a good chance. Oh, hell yeah. I have been looking for you, buddy. Oh, isn't that not a thing of beauty? Uninstall. Immediately. Uninstall. We are taking this. We are cramming it on our ship right the fuck now. I have been looking for deuterium tanks for frickin' ages, so that way we could finally get a reactor started up on our ship. We finally have one. I want to say I have a total of 2 helium canisters sitting around, split between the ship and the station. And let's see. It does have... ooh, almost 30,000 kilos of deuterium as well. That is nice! I mean, if we really wanted, we could just take that money and we could pay off the death insurance of one of these schlubs that we are calling crew for right now. But I don't care about them. They'll be fine. We aren't going to worry about it. Let's see. So that's just cargo webbing. But there are a bunch of smart crates out there. So for now, I guess we'll put away the handgun. And we are going to go and dump this over here. Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Gross. Congratulations, you are going to be the first and the only with permission to disembark and open airlocks. So we'll select him. Actually, we will not open this just yet. We will hit the control panel. Oh crap, his EVA suit is not charged, so it's gonna have to function as a pressure suit for a second. Well, that'll be fine. So let's see. So it's all set to turbo. So now that should flood the rest of the ship with everything from that room. Okay, buddy, for fuck's sake. You know what? It's already on his lowest. You know what? We're gonna turn repair, haul, and restore all the way down to the lowest. He doesn't need to do any of that shit. Congratulations, Adam. You are now free. However, we are gonna need you to get your ass down to this battery charger now, because your ex-boyfriend is a fucking idiot who doesn't keep batteries in his damn spacesuit. So if we don't change out his battery, he's gonna die. So, you know, might as well go save our ex from suffocating in space. Yeah, we're just gonna throw that shit on the floor. I don't care. Come on. We're gonna just get on the ship. Just gonna rip 2 holes in the walls. I swear he's taking forever because I know why he's taking forever. It's because he's exhausted. But maybe if he actually bloody listened to me and slept. Yeah, sure, fuck it. It'll be fine. Now we select Adam. There we go. And we are going to rip apart a lot of this ship. And we're just going to start prying doors open, and we'll actually do a proper explore of this ship just to see what's going on. I mean, I probably should have done this before. And for Pete's sake, we are not going to go and we are not going to just randomly power on this ship, because I know better. I don't know what kind of state this stupid reactor is in, and that could 100% lead to us accidentally going and blowing up part of our own ship. And that is not on the list of things that I want to be dealing with today. I don't know how explosive the reactors are in this game, if I'm being honest. I've never actually had the chance to build one, and with the recent acquisition that we just made, we should now be able to. Well, Adam, as you are officially our most motivated and dedicated employee, you're going to be the second man. Get back in that toolbox right now and get an EVA equipped. Congratulations, sailor, you are officially spaceworthy. No CO2 filter, you'll be fine for now. We'll just have to see about picking one up for you. Oh no, wait, we have an extra. Look at that. See, I do plan for everything. At some point. And you know what, we'll give him the spare power drill that's there as well. Stuff the battery in. I guess we don't have any power for that. Hey, where did, You know, I'm fairly certain that Miria actually just despawned now that I'm looking at it. And I actually think a few other things have despawned as well. Like all of our battery chargers that I just had sitting on the floor over here. Right? I had them right there. Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording and I'm gonna take a look and I'm gonna see what happened. I'm gonna watch things back real quick. Okay, so after a quick moment to go and review the footage, sorry about that, might have been a little loud there, I figured out what happened. I went and I moved everything over here. So there is the battery for his power drill. All he needs now is oxygen, which was in here, I want to say. Yes, there you go, sir. Congratulations, you are now space-worthy. Mr. Pope, you have permission to disembark. And we'll just start to tag up the ship. And we'll decide what we want to bring on later. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cancel all of that. Because I don't want to rip up any of the flooring this time. I think our ship is big enough as is. Or at the very least, we won't rip up the flooring just yet. We will save that for a little bit later. However, the walls, we do need some walls for our own personal use. So we're just gonna kind of scribbledy-do across this entire ship. And bingo bango bongo. I don't want to leave the Congo. Oh, no, 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 no. Just kind of go scribble across. I'll see, it's kind of like a little mini painting game. Of guess where the ship parts are. And if you do it just right, you end up with a nice full picture of exactly what you're ripping apart. Now, if you have really good eyesight, which I do not, I actually just went to the eye doctors in between this and the last episode, and found out that my vision is actually quite horrible and quite blurry, so we have some glasses in our future. But that's not a bad thing. I look pretty darn good in them, so we aren't going to worry too much. But there we are, give or take. I want to say that should be the entire ship tagged up. Put him on auto task. Head back to Captain Walsh. And while we're on board the ship, we're going to unplug for a minute. Yeah, see, look at that. We have such a high repair skill that we get, you know, an insane bonus to going repairing crap. Takes us, you know, next to no time at all. So you can see our guys over there slowly starting to strip the ship of everything that is over there. Oh yeah, while we're at it, we can take a look over... Oh no! Poor Timothy Shelton, our enemy, has unfortunately died of space. Oh no, no. Poor, poor Timothy. Whatever shall we do? I guess we're going to have to go and investigate his body and see about reporting his murder to OK Leg. And then, oh no, unintentionally, he might just accidentally get left in space. I'm not going to lie, even with the amount of people that we have, this has taken a decently long amount of time to get through. I've had to take breaks in recording this, as it's taking around, I want to say 3 or 4 hours total. Now, I am going to slowly start to tag all this stuff up to Hall. No, we gotta go to Adam to actually see what things are worth. Well, let's look at our ship. Let's see what our antenna is worth. Now, I should have... There it is. I mean, it is worth 3,000 fully fixed up, so I guess we'll take it. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I now owe even more money to these stupid... Well, where the hell am I supposed to get $268,000 in a single shift? Well, technically it is his free time, so he can exercise. However, we are going to have him swap out his battery while we are at it. So that way we can get, you know, some recharging on that. Gonna crap his old one in there too. And Mr. Pope, you as well. And we'll have to see about doing the oxygen recharge while we're in transit. So while we're at it now, we are going to turn disembark and airlocks off for everyone except for Adam. I guess. As Adam should be the only one on the outside now. So we got Abby taking a snooze. And let's see, we still got a full oxygen tank, so we'll be fine. Alright, there we go. This ship is done. Now let's see, supposedly the ones that are further out from an OK leg actually have better loot, so... first off, let's make sure that we are zoomed in all the way, so that way we can actually make sure that our ship isn't going to smack into the place that we just totally stripped for parts. Let's see, we're at about 51% for fuel. That's not too bad. Just means we're gonna have to take it slow. Arrival in 1 hour and 19 minutes. Okay. Adam, go to bed. We're going to dump his batteries that are uncharged off on the ground, along with his bad oxygen bottle. And we are going to take active control of whoever is free. I guess, Mr. Grant, since you have been shipside all day, along with you, Miss Pittman, you are going to be our night crew. And you know what? We will queue up a good 12 hours of solid sleep for Adam there. And then we'll have him be free for the rest, so that way he can actually take care of himself. Because my man has to take care of himself. Now let's see, is there anyone who is scheduled to work for 1700? No, no one is. Alright, Mr. Grant, you are going to be our current pilot. Congratulations, this will get you a lot of extra privileges in the future. Burn a few kilograms. Try to raise us up to at least 100. Maybe just 75 meters per second. Alright, so that'll take us 37 minutes. So current time is 1751. So 1801 plus 27, so 1828, give or take. So around 1825 is when we're going to want to double check. For now, we will put you on auto task, sir. Let's see, we're gonna pull a little bit of trickery to get Pittman equipped, so that way she can actually start pulling her weight as well. See, I guess we'll go something like that. And then we'll scroll down to Pittman. Get you a battery, bottle, and filter. Congratulations, you can now work. Oh. Actually, I started the bandwagon. Fantastic. Oh, son of a bitch. It's a tiny little spit of fucking nothing. Alright, Adam. You have permission to disembark and all that shit. Get your fucking handgun out. Let's go all American on these bastards. See what's going on. Okay, from what I remember, the right crate holds the thunder. Change out the oxygen, change out the battery. Equip the firearm. Let's see what kind of eldritch horror awaits. Absolutely fuck all. Back on the ship. Gun away, crate back in hand. Navigator. Get us the fuck out of here. Class 14 inspection capsule. I mean, honestly, it would be nice to know what I'm looking at before I end up shipping us off to it. However, So, after a bit of time and some very, very disappointing space travel, where we are trying to save as much of our fuel as possible, which granted, I have upgraded our fuel intake situation, let's say, just a little bit, but we still have a long ways to go before our ultra heavy tug here is actually any proper semblance of properly, space-worthy. Actually, you know what? Let's turn our throttle down. We'll get lined up as good as possible, because, this is a little secret of mine. We have, first off, the business admin skill that I always aim for every run, but now that I've been playing for a little while, I've kind of started to nail down the ship flight mechanics. And there's not really a hidden mechanic. I think it's an intended mechanic. Just might not be one that you pay attention to. But if you come in, and we are really going to crank that down. If you come in and you have your bearing set perfectly on target, this is actually what sets you up for your docking. So I am set perfectly, no cross velocity, my relative velocity is perfect. There's nothing to worry about here. We're going to be able to slow this big old tug down. And I'm praying that this ship has something of value. I mean, we already got the deuterium tank, and technically, I can sell the deuterium tank. Technically, I can sell that thing. However, I don't want to. I mean, it's worth $75,000, and that is the first one I've seen in about 4 days of playtime total, I think, for this save file. So I'm a little bit hesitant to lose my deuterium tank. Especially when I've been working for so long to go and start up our reactor program. There we go, and in 3, 2, 1, begin docking procedure. Let's just pray this is one of those freighters that I seen when I was looking through the ship console back at OK Lake, because we are in desperate need of some cash here. Let's see, we're going to swap back to the comm controls. You can see, we're able to really, really dial it in. So give or take, that should be perfect right there. Right on target. Not bad, we'll just slow it down just a little bit more. Okay, we're looking at a D1D medium. Okay, Grant, congratulations, you are now the official dumbass in charge of getting out into the new ship. And you know what? Just for safety's sake, we'll get you strapped up with a Glock. Because, it's space. I don't know if these are pirates. And as much as I would love to risk your life, you stupid sack of meat, I still need your dumb butt to go and fix my ship up. Oh, put your spacesuit back on. And drop that power drill. You don't need that where you're going. There you go. Now, I know things are very laggy right now, and I'll tell you exactly why they are laggy. It's because I have 1,000,000,001 repair orders right now on the ship to ensure that, you know, we actually aren't going to go and blast ourselves accidentally out into space. Let's see, Sam, you get the full permissions. Let's do this, sailor. Well, ship is clear. We'll uninstall the tanks, we'll take that intake, and then we'll get out of here. We don't have time to waste. I would love to go, I would love to, you know, strip out some of these thrusters and stuff like that, because I know they're worth half decent money, but we don't have the time or the space right now, so we're gonna take the atmospherics, call it a day. Heater, not worth the money. I'm gonna guess we'll check the rack and whatever storage that we can find on the ship. And what kind of battery? We're looking at a full-size battery, so I guess we'll snag that as well. I mean, it's not much, but it's worth taking. Someone else's handgun. Oh, nice. That brings our arsenal up to a grand total of 4, I believe, which is exactly what we needed. That should... Well, no, we need 5. Once we have 5, we should have a fully armored ship, and once we're fully armed up, then we will be able to go and truly begin our piracy on the high space seas. Or, well, whatever you want to call space, I guess. Okay, nothing in the rack. Take the can. Goodness, Prit, you're taking your time on that, girl. Hurry it up on fixing the ship. Now, the reason why I don't have Captain Walsh fixing the ship is because, well, that dude is fucking tired as shit. And he needs his rest. Because if we don't get him rest now, it's going to take him even longer to actually get back to anything usable. So we're just heading ahead. We have a full crew now. We can go, we can send them out one at a time to do this kind of crap. As long as our batteries are getting charged and we're getting everything else set up, I mean, in theory, there should be no problem. And then I did use some of Adam's power and oxygen supply to bring some conduit in over from our storage base, so that way now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I want to say, different intakes all hooked up. Which, you know, it's not bad. What's your repair speed? She's looking at a 4.4 repair speed. Goodness. We need more welders. But that's a lot of money that we just don't have right now. Okay, so we're gonna ignore all the late payment fees again. Which I don't know why we are repeatedly being charged late payment fees. On death pay, of all things. So we'll just pay off the Port Authority, we'll pay off the bank, and, you know, they'll shut up for now. Eventually we'll have enough money where we will just be able to throw money at all of our problems, but the only way I could do that right now would legitimately be selling off our ship and buying a new one, and I am quite fond of my square. I've put so much effort into this thing that honestly I don't think I will ever actually sell this ship. I think I will find a way to pay off the entire $330,000 mortgage without selling the damn thing. Goodness, Grant, it takes you forever to uninstall things. See, this is why I don't like having the newbies do crap. They take forever and a day. Granted, it's good experience for them, they need to do it. Okay. One last check and look over the entire ship. Just a bunch of pumps, bunch of thrusters. That's an orange light. We aren't taking it. I mean, wall lights aren't bad if you legitimately sit there and you do a real in-depth, you know, cost analysis. You know, space to size, yada yada, so forth. They're actually hyper efficient when it comes down to how much they're worth. It's just, I don't have the patience for that, and we need to see about getting out there. Alright, so while you're doing that, Pope, what are you doing? Where are you at? Yeah, shut up, Pope. Okay. Well, I don't have any dollies. So I guess you're doing this all by hand. You do have a screwdriver, so you can do it. We're going to have him start picking up intakes, and we are going to use Pope to go and get our fuel situation even more set up for success, because we have no choice. We have to go. Crest clearance, undock. Alrighty, and one more ship. So while the captain rests, the crew keeps on working. We're doing pretty good on RCS fuel. I want to say we have about 40%, something around 1,800 kilograms left. Granted, we are going to end up using a bunch landing this one. Legitimately, I'm praying that we can nail us some more reactor parts again, because if we can nail more reactor parts, there's a chance we might find another deuterium tank. If we find another deuterium tank, I am going to just sell the fucker, because, well, we need money, and we need it fast. I'm praying, though, that we can find some cargo ships. Okay, a D2E Sarismax. The What a Shame. Alrighty, Mr. Grant. No, Mr. Grant. Proceed to the exit. Prepare arms. And prepare to board. Okay, so we got a lot of big open space. It's usually a good sign that there's something tasty in here. Check out some of these racks. See what we got going on. Let's see. Plastic toolbox. We're going to store his drill in that for now. We can use that to pick up a few small things here and there. Oh shit, another O2 bottle. See? Good reason to pick that toolbox up. Because we are going to constantly be in a search for O2 bottles. Now, we don't need fire extinguishers yet, but the way I hear it, next major update, update .15, we are going to start to need... Fuck yes! That looks like an almost full built-out reactor core. That is fantastic. Ooh, a fridge? What do we got in the fridge, Freddy? We got some food, vodka, and some coffee. Nice. PDA up there. Means there's probably at least one dead schmuck aboard. Got some chairs. Oh, shit. Oh, it just swapped me back to Adam. Go back to bed, Adam. I'm not gonna lie, that actually scared the piss out of me. I thought we were about to have to pay $75,000 or whatever it was that this guy's death benefits are. Alright, we'll pause, we'll wait a second. There we go. So I know he has a screwdriver or a drill on him, so he can uninstall things. So we're gonna start the uninstall process. Oh hey, look, a battery there, reactor bits over here, some intakes, fantastic. We can build out our fuel room more. So I think this time we're going to have to be a little bit more picky about what we uninstall and haul. We're also going to have to set up a whole new zone. Oh wow, so that's the shape of the ship. That's kind of a cool little thing that we can use a little bit of wall hack there. So we will add to the zone. Now I want my zone to be something like this. Which also reminds me, we do need to patch the wall between here and the galley. So that way this is considered an enclosed area and it's not all just one giant room for that. So I guess we'll go something like that. And that should be good for storage for now. So we're going to kind of speed through this, and I will see you guys back when I have everything uninstalled and on its way to being hauled on the ship, alright? Alright, so we've gone through and we have uninstalled everything worth uninstalling on this ship, and we are going to get it all hauled over real quick. And then hopefully we can be on to our next target. Right now it doesn't matter. All we're aiming for is just big ticket items. That's it. Because unfortunately we need a shit ton of money, and right now the only way we're going to get that is by just picking all the best shit out of ships. So we're taking reactors, we're taking batteries, we're taking cans of nitrogen. Goodness, Adam, you are going to take forever to sleep that off, aren't you? Well, the good news is, though, is we are finding more power tools on ships as we go, so our restore team is starting to get a little bit better. Alvin, you're starting to piss me off, though, because for some reason you aren't doing Alvin Pope, disembark, open airlock. You know, Alvin, get the fuck back on the ship. I'm done with you. You're getting fired. We're gonna strip you of all your crap, and we're gonna throw you off the fucking boat. Shame on you, Alvin. You have brought dishonor to this ship. Sam, congratulations. If I can ever figure out how to, I'm giving you a raise. Well, I mean, I'm not going to give you a raise, but, you know, metaphorically, I'm giving you a raise. Yeah, I mean, if you ever think I'm going to pay you more than the pennies on the dollar I'm paying you, well, you have more faith in me than the American public does in corporations, which, to be fair, I don't think is very much. Gross, since you're busy just working. Come on, take your fucking helmet off. There we go. Now, I know my game would run a lot smoother if I didn't have all those restore tasks, but if I don't have them up, they won't fucking do it, so we need to get our ship fixed. I mean, that's the bottom line, is this ship needs fixed up, and it needs fixed up fast. So, bringing over a fridge full of food, we're bringing over some nitrogen tanks. I want to say we snagged all the reactor parts. We're going to have one last go through before we completely abandon this ship to space and we aim for our next target. And we're still gonna keep our Shanghai friend on board as well, because that's just kind of funny. I mean, the dude's been pissed drunk now for like 4 fucking days. Sam, I don't care if you're going to sob. It doesn't matter. No, you've... Oh my god, Sam. Oh, we're all done. Okay. Let's head on board. We'll double check everything one more time. So I just want to make sure that I have all the valuable parts off of this ship. That's a CO2 tank. We don't need any more of those. Yep, okay. Sam, get back on the nav station. Let's go. Oh, also, good news. We did find a new permit that will carry us till noon tomorrow on the 10th. Just in case ours is about to run out. So, we don't have to worry too much. Congratulations, though, Mr. Grant. You're officially the king of the crew. Everyone else blows chunks. Okay, we're gonna pick something that's directly in our flight path. And now that we're zoomed in all the way, and that should be clear. Ooh, we got even more clearance, actually. Okay, we have a straight bearing. Now we just gotta bring her up to speed. Okay, there we go. We are now up to 50 meters per second, give or take. And we'll be there in a half hour, so that puts us at 22:15. Fantastic. Fuck you, Alvin. Useless sack of shit. Let's see. Well, might as well get some battery chargers installed so that way we can start powering up our tools. So we got nothing else that we can really do. I mean, we're gonna have to build out more of our intake stack, but we don't have the tools to do it or the parts to do it right now, particularly. Let's try and see where our duo is working. I mean, the floor is starting to look a lot better, same with the walls, but we have a long way to go because we are very vulnerable as is to one of these walls just blasting the fuck open if we get smacked by something in space, because as empty as you would love to believe space is, it is not that empty. Which reminds me, Andrew, you're one of the few with permissions to go outside the ship. So I'm gonna put your helmet on. You're gonna come over here. And you're going to install this wall. Right here. We're gonna fill that wall in. Because if we don't fill that wall in, if there is a decompression event in the back of the ship, in the largest add-on to the ship that I have done to date, then we're screwed. Like, that's it. There's no ifs, ands, nuts, or buts about it. We are actually screwed, and it will just kill the entire crew. I have already had to reload once because of that, because I was like, oh wow, that's bullshit. What the fuck happened? Well, it turns out one of these little tiles right back here just got blasted the hell out by, well, something that was in space. So That's why we're repairing. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what's going on. I have spent so many hours recording today to make this episode possible for you that I don't even know what's going to actually make it into the edit. Good job, Sam. I'm proud of you. You get to be... You know what? You know what, Sam? When it comes down to it, when we go for food, you get the good food. You're gonna get street vendor food, my man. You know, that's gonna be my way of showing you that you're good. Alright, not enough time has passed, so... I'll just put Sam on auto task, let him relax for a bit. I want to say we should be good till 22:15, 22:10 or so. Oh my goodness. Adam. Adam, you have like 50 frickin' things on you. Oh no, you do just have the one. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'll apologize this time, Adam, but you push your luck again. And you're getting thrown off the boat. I don't care about death pay. I will fire you first, and then I will throw you off of the boat. Ah, there it is. Auto task. Now let's see. Pope, get up and check the inventory here. You've slept enough, you lazy bum. Why can't you be like your boss? He hasn't slept in over 2 days. So, get back to work. Sam, we're gonna be nice to you. You get to relax for a bit. Enjoy it. But with 3 people going and 3 people restoring the ship, it should go a lot faster. I mean, just look at that, you know, it's going nuts. And as time goes on, their skills will improve, and they will improve. I mean, ultimately, this is just a giant, you know, repair training ground. Andrew, if you're gonna sit around and watch TV, take off your helmet, my man. And who said you could take the battery out of your welder? Get back to work. And 2 drinks, and now he hauls. And once he's done hauling, back into space, back into the void, to hit up the next ship. And look at that, we're starting to actually look to be pretty darn close to airtight again. Well, close. And that's it. Alright, you're done walking too. Go use the nav station. Let's get out of here. I don't have time for your crap or anyone else's crap right now. Whoa, yes, we do not want to engage our RCS while still docked. That is a recipe to destroy your ship and your crew without just no opportunity to save yourselves. Okay. Next target. Perfect. Now let's zoom in. Try to line our ship up so that way we aren't going to smack into this thing. Trying to round the corner nice and gentle. We only have about 30% RCS. I mean, no matter what, we're gonna have to dock it okay, like, I guess. I don't know, maybe if we can swing it, we can see about going and, ripping apart some of these ships out here for scrap metal and aluminum and all the other parts that we actually need to fix everything up for sales, so that way we can make a profit. Alright, so we have about 2 hours of go time. You know what? Now I will give you the option to fix the ship. Jackass. You know what, Sam? We were talking about a raise before. Congratulations, you have now forfeited that raise. Get fucked and stay fucked. Pope, take that the fuck off. Let's see, we need to go to pit. Swap our batteries out. Not bad, back to auto task. Grant, I don't know why you're just relaxing. We have shit to do, man. And Pope. No. Pope, turn that butt around, get into the battery charger, put this in your hand, use your frickin' brain. There we go. You know what, while we're at it, we're gonna check the inventory of this battery charger, see if it doesn't have... No, it doesn't have a battery in it, but we can... What did you just do? No. You're not going outside until you install that battery charger. I don't care that I set us on a 2-hour slow boat to the next derelict. If these guys have nothing better to do than to piss me off and waste my time, then I will waste their time as well. Oh, I'm just praying that we have enough bullshit in our cargo to actually turn a profit on this. Especially with all the crew that we hired in. Yeah, you don't get to relax just yet, buddy. I'm having you do crap. There you go. Now, be free. Do what you want. Which one is this? Grant. Go fuck yourself, Grant. Stupid bastard. Let's see how Gross is doing. Yeah, he's still drowsy. And Adam... he is still out. And and we notice that something's wrong with our crew, but you know what? I cannot bring myself to care right now. I would love to go. I would love to, you know, spend the time dealing with all their little moodlets and making them happy, but, well, there is no time. Now, this one is undoubtedly going to have some creepy bullshit going on, and I kind of look forward to that because I know there's some kind of eldritch horror to this game. I mean, it's a space game, and this studio, the Blue Bottle Games people, have a wonderful history of writing some very, oh yeah, look at that. That is a nice dead body. She shredded her head. Interesting. Well, you know what they say and what we say. Get strapped, my dude. You're going in first, and if you die, well, you're fired. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. A whole new EVA suit? That's fantastic. We've been looking for more of those. So while we're at it, we can see about putting some oxygen in that. So we're going to bring that back on board. Really quick, because legitimately, you know, like, that is what we needed. We needed that. If we didn't have that, we weren't going to be able to keep our crew going. Because now we should be able to send out a full swarm. Onto a ship. Let's see, so we got some trenchers. We'll send someone to pick up the food. I know there's water inside the sinks, but I'm just not too fussed about that right now. Brilliant idea. Just take the jeans, and there we go. The jeans store the food and everything else. And there we go. A helmet for that EVA suit. Fantastic. And we'll leave the Billy Club for now. I don't like melee too much. I mean, obviously we're gonna, you know, end up in melee combat at some point. But the ideal is, you know, we avoid all combat as much as possible. And anything we do end up sending our people into, we resolve with the power of gun. Grant, we're gonna have you come back to the ship for a second. Because, admittedly, well, it's nice having you go out and do all this exploring for a second. We're gonna dump out your pockets so that way... Because I'm guessing everything on that ship is actually factually dead. So we can relax just a little bit. So we're gonna give you another smart crate. Let's see, we'll get you on installing some doors. And we're just gonna run through and we're gonna tag everything for haul and uninstall. Because, you know, that's the name of the game, is you run through, you uninstall everything, you haul everything, you get the fuck out. Looks like this was recent, though. But we're gonna have to wake up Captain Walsh, because he's the only one, I think, who can actually investigate dead bodies. And I would kind of happen to want to know what happened on this ship. We're gonna need some of those for later. Hey everyone, we are just about done, and we have slightly skipped ahead, especially in our Access version. You guys will get to see all of this in the stream tomorrow. I hope you guys are as excited for it as I am, so in order to save a bunch of time for both you and me, we have decided to skip a bunch of time. We have entirely finished going and stripping everything out. I have not sold anything physical from our ships. All I have sold is some stuff from the new update to make sure that we could afford our bills, you know, power up our batteries, get some more oxygen, more nitrogen on board, which I will show you guys some of those things that I've sold, and we'll go over some of the new stuff from the current early access build that we are using for the public test version. But as you can now see, we have a almost completely full stock on our ship. I've gone through it, and there is just a massive amount of crap that we have to haul and just put away and deal with in general. This is going to take some time, but that is for the next episode or for the stream. I'm not certain. We'll see you then. Until then, you guys take it easy. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and I appreciate you. Have a good one.